Oh. All right. I think we're live. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing? What's up, RH? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Nice, nice, nice. You can hear me? Everything good?
Everything good. Hopefully my audio is okay. I'm a little laggy on my side too. Does it sound okay?
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I just want to make sure everything's working, everything is rocking and rolling. So yeah, no, I just want to talk to you about a few things today. The first thing is obviously the updated PulseChain website. The updated PulseChain website looks beautiful, and I want to ask your thoughts on it. Why do you think there was a why do you think there was an update to it?
Why update dev? I would say usually the question is when update dev. So this is a good one. This is a good one. I don't know, man. I feel like even we've seen a lot of changes. Richard's speech lately, comments been turned on for him and Bretep, their favorite public PulseChain dev. And
Yes.
I made a tweet. I made a tweet earlier that he's, instead of saying, it appears that an update has been made to the website, it was like pulsechain.com upgrade. I'm like, or update. I'm like, whoa, that's like, again, even the different language was interesting. So the people have been asking for it. I've talked about it a million times. I think, all the updates with PulseX and PulseChain, and I went into like deep dives of like how these things could come about, what we may get, what could happen over time. And I just think, it's
Yeah, no, I think I lost you for a second. I think you're frozen.
Oh, sorry about that. I said this looks like a pulsechain.com website now. It looks actually a lot more like GoPulse than just, hey, the mainnet's live for the last couple of years. Why don't you click on it?
I agree with you 100%, and that actually raises a question. I'm really convinced that I think Richard updated this, or whoever did it, updated this because of. I know you brought up Gold Pulse, and I know right now, I think PulseChain, the website, was updated so that the website looks professional, and that it's an all-in-one stop shop for the community. And when I was looking at it, I was like, wow, this is really, really, really good. This is really, really professional. This looks like an actual landing page for a blockchain. So I'm very happy with it, and I think it was very necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on team no expectations. I'm never expecting anything. I'm always like pleasantly surprised anytime I see an upgrade or otherwise. But this was unexpected for me. I was like, I did not think that we'd go pulsechain.com would kind of make over if ever. Again, I'm kind of like, when they come, they come. I'm never going to be like, oh, I think that upgrade. Of course, would it be nice to have an amazing block explorer? Hey, community building, stuff like that. There's some meat on the bones left for them to do. But I pulled it up. By the way, if you want to hit the button and we can show the site too.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. I really like it.
Let me see. For some reason, it's not. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, this whole site is just like, oh, it's pretty cool. Again, what does this mean? Does it mean we're going to get? Is this the start of all the staged updates? Has this new website been in their private test net for the last few months? Just waiting for the right time to go. If you click stats, there's home, and there's also the stats page too, and you can see a lot of the cool stuff we used to see on GoPulse, and I mean it's still on GoPulse. You can see a lot of different charts and pieces and all the favorite metrics and how much it takes to do this and that. The cheaper than Ethereum piece. It's pretty cool. So I love the update. I'm again, I have no expectations. Anything else will come, but boy, if this is the start of something beautiful, I'd be up for it.
No, I agree with you, and that leads me to a question. Like, do you think? Because I know that Richard, kind of, well, whoever's running his profile, kind of brought up the idea of him creating, or his developer team wanting to create a wallet. But now that website kind of solidifies internet money as a PulseChain oriented wallet, do you think Richard's gonna make a wallet, or he's just gonna keep the wallets that we have, like, for example, internet money, using them as an example?
I mean, to me, it doesn't change anything as far as him building a wallet and all that. I mean, I think on the previous PulseChain website, it even mentioned internet money, or on PulseX,
Yes,
one of those. So I think it's mentioned it before. So I don't think anything's changed for that. I didn't read anything from that, at least. I still think, we're going to see an official PulseChain wallet from the devs. But hey, to me, he's just shouting out people putting in good work. I mean, again, the internet money, a lot of people like in the community. It's been around. It's got some builders and devs and momentum behind it too. So I think the community, I think there'll be official products that come out. There'll be community products, and I think it's good to have a lot of different options. And that's what probably the devs were trying to show here. Hey, there's internet money. You can use MetaMask. You can use whatever wallets you want. But I don't think it changed anything as far as if you're building a wallet or not. I feel like he's just highlighting community stuff that he likes here.
Right. So, on the topic of, PulseChain, and to begin with, there's supposed to be a big conference coming up. Now, I want to ask you, are you the one hosting this conference?
I am indeed. Yeah. Online conference, no website. Big boy. It's a radical new idea. Don't not have a website for the conference. Honestly, I'd be like, what would the website show? Because it's not an in-person event. There's no registration.
Right.
It's all online. So if you go to RHMax.tv, for example, it's just the short link. They'll ask you if you want to subscribe or not, if you're not already subbed. So if you go there, it's just like, online conference coming up Monday and Tuesday. So this is the Monday link. And there's nothing really, it's all got a ton of people in the community, around 40 speakers or so. And I decided, hey, like, how can I make a contribution in the community? I want to do a conference. Never did that before. So pretty shoestring budget, but I think it'll be good for the community.
No, man, I agree. And I'm really happy that you of all people should be the one that, and in my honest opinion, should be the one doing this, because, you've stayed, you've held to your principles. And I'm not saying other people haven't. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that when it comes to someone who I know has really not wavered on their opinion, really have only focused on the core coin paradigm of Richard Hart's PulseChain blockchain, I really think it should have been you. It should be you. And I'm curious to see, because unfortunately with my job, I can't, and what I have to do the next couple of weeks, I can't even do either conference. I was waiting on my schedule. I can't unfortunately join either conference, but I want to see how yours, how it goes once it's going. I'll be able to pop in to say hello and just to check in the YouTube. So I am genuinely curious to see how it goes. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we got a ton of speakers so far. I literally just checked on the Google Forms, and there's more speakers, a couple other submissions. So I'll see if I can get them in. But the schedule's filling up pretty fast. I mean, it's pretty much done at this point. Maybe I'll have a couple other people to add on different stuff. But yeah, we've got Nuclear Herb speaking. We've got
good.
Saint Wolf. We've got Zenith. We've got Wild SJ. Coffee's going to do the keynote. All kinds of fun stuff there. So I think it'll be great. Like I said, I hope to inspire. The more conferences, the better. Like, I hope there are all kinds of people starting conferences this year, and just again spreading the good word, helping keep the community together, give them a reason to be excited every once in a while when we don't have updates, going on like we did today. Funny enough, we'd had a pretty cool upgrade, but a lot of times there isn't much going on, until we get into the massive bull run that we want to manifest and see. So until then, let's my thought is, let's put in the work, keep grinding. I'm here for a reason. I'm here to win. So if I'm here to win, and I don't give up very easily. And if you're a person with a good head on your shoulders, and you got the energy and the time and capital put in this ecosystem, hopefully you'll be madly rewarded. The maddest of gains will come your way. You'll be madly rewarded for it. So yeah, man, I got to put in the work. And I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear it. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep going. Let's make this place great.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. And like, regarding, because you have a significant amount of speakers, do you have like an itinerary of what's going to be discussed? Do you have like topics at hand? Is it going to be like structured like the usual Hex and PulseChain conferences that we see, or is it going to be something different regarding like how it's structured?
Yeah, so what we're looking at now is the different sessions. So there's opening remarks by me, you got keynote by Coffee, you got Hex in 15 minutes or less by Crispy, Internet Money Talk by KG. We go down the list of the session name and the different speakers. We got longevity panel, Scivive panel, community panel. And then so going from 1 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday and Tuesday. Nice. So yeah, we got about, I want to say 30, maybe around 30 different sessions between lightning talks, panels, and just 30-minute talks. And there's prizes, there's like games. We've had some donations to give away for prizes. So you can win some PulseX and stuff. You can win some coins and stuff if you participate on there as well. So yeah, got a lot of great panels. Got Dipcatcher coming to talk, and
awesome.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff going on.
Awesome, man. No, and that's really cool. And I want to ask you, because you're talking about like different topics and stuff like that. On the website, I noticed something. You brought up the different topics. I forgot to touch on this. Do you think, like, I noticed this, like, why do you think eHex is not listed on the PulseChain updated website for a reason? Because I think that was something that I saw, that people were like, oh, why isn't eHex on this website?
Oh, I didn't even notice that till you said that.
Yeah.
Because it's not on PulseChain? That's my first instinct. Yeah, so I guess that is a big difference between this and GoPulse too, is this is a PulseChain centric site. Like, I guess you would say, why would you put an Ethereum asset on PulseChain.com? That's one argument you could make for why it has that. But yeah, of course, I know a lot of people like I like both hexes, I myself, but when I look at the website, I'm like, yeah, this is PulseChain.com. Like, why would eHex be on PulseChain.com? Richard already gave his opinion on it and his market analysis and all that stuff too. So I'm not surprised. Would it be nice if it was on there? Sure, I wouldn't mind if it was on there, but I think I'm liking the way this looks. I think the whole time the idea was to funnel things on PulseChain. So if you go with that ethos, then that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And regarding like, streaming and conferences, like, there's a legitimate question to be had, because I don't really think that, like, I don't know. Do you think that Richard is ever going to stream again? With the SEC thing, behind us, hopefully they don't make any other complaints or anything like that. Do you think that Richard's ever going to stream again, or do you think he's going, like, taking a step back permanently?
I think he will. I think, there's, again, you can make a case either way, but I think that when ready, when things are in the way that he wants them to be, I said this before, that I think when macro conditions are good, so he has some price charts to brag about, hopefully if we do well and all the legal stuff is out of the way, it's, like, why wouldn't he stream? I think, I can't think of a reason why he would just step away and never stream again. Again, a lot of people have opinions and they could totally make a case for that to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen, but at the same time, why would it? Like, if you're in this to help your, with no expectations, if you're here to make sure your products win and you're the biggest marketing piece we could ever have, for better, for worse, and whatever conditions, it's like, why wouldn't you go back to promoting it, whether it's streaming, could it be in a different format? Could, instead of like, like streaming from the throne, could you just go on like other people's shows and channels, or do in-person events? Could it be in a different format? Sure. Will it go back to our favorite version of Richard doing it in the castle and just like, bring your heroes here to die? Could that change? Sure. But like, why wouldn't he stream if he's able to? And especially if we got prices going up, why not? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, because it's hard to believe, but it's been almost I don't know if it's been 2 years, 2.5 years, somewhere in the 2-year vicinity that, like, he has not streamed, and it's wild how fast things go, and how fast time flies. And I guess my last question to you today is, what, and this is a speculative question. This is a question that I try to think about, and I'm always curious about. What do you think, Richard? What out of the all core coins, all, let's just say 5 of them, let's just say PulseChain, PulseX, Inc, eHex, pHex, I'll even put in most in there. What do you think Richard Hart's favorite token is, and why?
Oh, Hex on PulseChain. Definitely. I mean, that's the call it migration, call it not a migration. Like, that is, Hex is the baby, the first project, the most successful one in a lot of different verticals, I guess you could say. Yeah, to me, it's always Hex, and I think it would be Hex if we didn't have PulseChain. So Hex, he definitely talks about PulseX the most, I guess, these days.
That's what I said. I was going to say
that.
Yeah,
well, I think it's just, I hadn't really thought much about it, but like, why does he talk about PulseX so much? I would just say it's the most exciting as far as pumpamentals go, that you can make a case for that because of buy and burn and stuff. And I think you're attracting, when if he's making tweets about Hex, it's going to talk to people who are following Hex, and there's going to be a group of people, and it's a large group of people. But PulseX, again, is the people who, a lot of the community of PulseX and PulseChain are the ones who sacked and got in. They probably never even heard of Hex before sacrifices. So I think he's just speaking to the people who got in the newer products, and it's a lot of exciting stuff happening with PulseX. So I don't know. Why does he talk about PulseX over Hex or PulseChain or Inc as much? I don't know. I think maybe he's just targeting those people who got into the sacrifices and kind of like giving them updates, or I guess the shiny object of core coins is kind of PulseX for the most part these days.
Yeah, I would never have expected that in the past. I mean, but you're right. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to say PulseX, because majorly speaking, at least from an empirical standpoint and an anecdotal standpoint, he talks about PulseX more than any other token I've heard him talk about. And I'm surprised. And my hope is that my hope, again, obviously, there's no expectations from him or anything like that. But like, I'd love to see PulseX have more utility. I'd love to see it have a DAO. I'd love to see it have the single-sided staking. I'd love to, because the pumpamentals would be, in my opinion, much higher if there was more utility behind it, besides a buy and burn.
I think once we got green candles, a lot of things will kind of settle in their place. Not that it'll calm any any concerns for utility, but a lot of other things can fall in place once the sentiment changes, once the macros change, once stuff starts coming together, things start compounding in an upward direction that we can't even understand. Like, literally, pieces could fall in place where you're like, wow, like this was a good idea. So I wouldn't underestimate that either.
Dude, I hope so, man. I really hope so. I mean, I was talking to someone today, and I was like, holy shit. I've been in the PulseChain community now for almost 4 years. Like, October of 2021.
Seen some things.
I have seen something. I really have. Like, October 2021 is when I got introduced to this community, and now it's like May 1st of 2025, and it's like, wow, that went fast. So yeah. I know you got a hard stop at 7:10, man. I'm sorry that I was a little late. No, I very much appreciate all you do, and I'm looking forward to seeing the PulseChain conference on your channel to see how it operates, because I think that's awesome. I really, 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 and I'm not even trying to be a kiss ass, I do have a lot of respect for you, and I really do think that of all people, you should be the person doing the PulseChain conference.
Well, again, like, I hope I inspire many others to go out there, start creating content, start streaming, start your new own conference. Who knows if we get a PulseX conference coming this summer? I've floated the idea. So if this goes well, right? If this goes well, maybe Richard would even retweet that because he likes PulseX so much, right? So we'll see.
Yeah, that would be great. I think, man, you should lead the charge. I mean, I really do. I think your principles have never wavered. It's very obvious. So yeah, I think awesome. Yeah, no, I really do. Like, I may complain a lot on Twitter, but I really do look around and I see like who has stayed true to their principles and who really has veered away. and like it's rather obvious on who's who now. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. And like it shows by your your channel. I saw 10.4K. That's awesome, man. And it shows by the amount of views you have. So and I know you pump out content so much. Like you have like what 4,000 videos now somewhere.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
I even have 900. So you know, like you're doing the community a big service, man. So I really do appreciate all that you do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, you know, again, having all kinds of builders and people on from PulseChain and really getting into the weeds on some of the stuff, because yeah, we need the more people, the better. More people out there creating content, putting in time, energy, capital, building stuff, refusing to lose. That's what we need, man. Like let's keep going. Why not? Like what have we got to lose? I'm here to win. So like I don't want to lose. So I'm not gonna. Let's make it not happen. If you don't want to lose, then fucking win, right? So let's do it.
Yeah, man. Also, you said new content creator. Shout out to T-Bird for creating his own Hex channel. I know he created his own Hex channel, so that's awesome. So
shout out to all the new content creators. Hopefully, your work will be well rewarded with your own devices in the upcoming bull.
Everyone, I can't thank you guys enough. Make sure to check out RHMax's channel. Check out the PulseChain conference that he is hosting. When's the first day again? May 5th?
Yeah, so this Monday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, going for 6 hours of action-packed, jam-packed content.
Nice. So yeah, guys, make sure to check out the the PulseChain conference on RHMax's channel. Sorry, man, the allergies are so bad right now. You have no idea.
Sorry.
Yeah, so check out the PulseChain conference on RHMax's channel. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. I have the link in the description of the video if you haven't yet. And is there anything else you want to say before we conclude, RH?
That's it, man. Go out there and get it. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend and get ready for the conference coming up soon.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much. And again, rhmax.tv as well. Check that out. Thank you so much for everyone who came. And I know we had to change the time around a little bit. And thank you so much, RHMax. Give me 1 second. No elbow today, guys.
No elbow.